15-year-old is in jail, charged with murdering an Uber driver. Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson is live in Lilburn for us. And Matt, that's where police staked out the suspect's house.
That's right, George. It's right here where police waited for that 15-year-old to walk out of his home before they moved in for the arrest. Neighbors who live nearby are just saddened and devastated by the tragedy yesterday.
The first question that I have is, how do he have a gun? Or was it his gun?
That's the question on the mind of some neighbors who live near a 15-year-old boy accused of murdering an Uber driver.
It makes you realize you don't know who's next to you.
This ring video shows the SUV that belonged to 58-year-old Cenizar Tejada just before the murder. Police say 15-year-old Christian Simmons requested the Uber ride from his home in Lilburn to Groveland Parkway in Lawrenceville at around 4 Thursday morning. It's there where Simmons allegedly shot Tejada in the back and left his body in the road, according to an arrest warrant.
It's a senseless act.
Lawrenceville police detectives tracked Tejada's stolen SUV using flock cameras. The technology led them back to where the Uber ride began on Rangewood Drive in Lilburn. Officers staked out Simmons' home Thursday afternoon.
The suspect exited the home, began walking down the road, and we were able to take the suspect into custody.
There are still details that are not public while the investigation continues, including how Simmons may have gotten the gun.
I'd rather not release that information at this moment.
Simmons is charged as an adult with murder, but no booking photo has been released because of his age. Those who live next to him say their thoughts are with the victim.
My condolences. I mean, first day of the year, and this is what happened.
And Mr. Tejada's family asked for privacy and prayers while they continue to mourn him. Meanwhile, that 15-year-old suspect is being charged as an adult, so he will stay in jail without bond until his court date. Live.
Keep him forever. What a coward, man. What a coward to shoot somebody in their back, to take their vehicle. And this story kind of hit home for me because I actually used to drive for Uber, and you just never know who's getting in your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know who could be getting in your vehicle. And I think Uber needs to change the way that passengers can see the drivers when they request a ride, but we can't see the passengers. You know what I mean? Like, we can see the name, but we can't see a picture. And there's been a couple instances where I've picked people up from the airport who had the same name as someone else who I was trying to call. Like, I'll pull up and I'll say, hey, I'm looking for Matt. And another Matt will walk to the car, and it won't be the Matt that actually requested the vehicle. You know what I mean? So it would help a lot if we can actually put a face to the name. But anyways, let's talk about this case here, man, because this really pissed me off. So Cenizar Tejada was an Uber driver. I believe he's from Grayson, Georgia. And according to the report, and all of this was caught on the Ring camera. Like, the entire incident was all caught on Ring camera, by the way. At 4:13 a.m., Mr. Tejada went to pick up a customer on Rangewood Drive in Lilburn, which is like northeast of Atlanta, if you're not familiar with Georgia like that. From there, Mr. Tejada drove the suspect to the 600 block of Groveland Parkway. That's where the Ring camera shows the suspect exited the back seat, goes to the front door where Mr. Tejada was shot. Police say Simmons blasted the 58-year-old in the back, dumped him face down in the road, and then took off in his SUV. He returned to the neighborhood and crime scene about 10 minutes later before leaving again. Let's see. Police were able to track Simmons down using his Uber information and a flock camera system to trace where Tejada's vehicle was left. The teen allegedly left the SUV in the same neighborhood where he was originally picked up, which turned out to be an area where Simmons was staying that night. Authorities responded and saw the youth walking down the road after exiting a home in the neighborhood and took him into custody. The area where Simmons asked Tejada to drop him off is home to some friends of his. They say that they don't have any other motive, and the young boy basically just wanted the vehicle. He just wanted to take his vehicle, man. You could have just pointed the gun at him. You didn't have to shoot that man. You could have just pointed the gun and say, hey man, get out of the car. He would have obliged. You think he's gonna fight with you over a truck when he has 2 kids at home? You know what I mean? Like, it just, this really bothers me, man, because I think that we might have to start holding these parents accountable for some of these acts that their children are committing out here in these streets, man. Like, what is a 15-year-old doing out at 4 o'clock in the morning? Where is he going? How did he get the gun? You know what I mean? Like, these are some of the questions that you got to ask yourself. And, you know, I'm going to read a few words from his wife real quick. So she said that Caesar wasn't the type of person to create controversy. He was very calm, composed. He lived a quiet life, working hard to provide for his family. He was the main breadwinner of the household, and now my family has been left without the security, love, and protection of Caesar. So sad. And she actually set up a GoFundMe. So I'm going to leave a link to that GoFundMe in the description of this video if you want to help and donate to the family. The young boy, Simmons, is currently being held without bond, and he's awaiting his next court date. Again, man, just dumb. You know what I'm saying? You threw your whole life away for what? A 10-minute joyride? You know what I mean? Like, was it really, really worth it, man? And again, I think Uber really need to consider changing some of its policies, because there was another incident in New York where an Uber driver was killed, I believe like a day or two after this incident occurred. So there's been some attacks on Uber drivers, and you know, it's not the safest job as people believe it to be. Again, you just never know who's getting inside your vehicle. And this young man is a sociopath, because only a sociopath would just shoot somebody, drag their body, leave them in the street, then come back 10 minutes later like nothing ever happened. Just crazy, man. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Do y'all think that the parents need to start being held responsible for the crimes that their children are committing out here in these streets? And do y'all think that Uber definitely needs to change their policies to kind of make the drivers feel a little bit more safe when they're out there on them roads? Because it's bad enough they ain't paying the drivers what they need to be paying them, but now you could potentially lose your life just trying to take somebody from point A to point B. It's crazy, man. Appreciate y'all once again, man. Until next time. Peace.